Hey everyone, Ronak this side. I hope you all are doing well. So let's see the problem of the day. So the problem here given is partition array according to the given pivot. So what we are doing is we are given a pivot, and for example it's 10 here in this array, and we have to do element less than pivot should appear before the element greater than pivot. Every element equal to pivot appear in between the element less than and greater than pivot, and the relative order of elements less than pivot and the elements greater than pivot is maintained. Okay, so basically what the question is saying, we're given 9, 12, 3 and 10. So what we are saying here, pivot is 10 and okay. So what we have to do, every element which is lesser than pivot should appear before the pivot. Okay, so like 9 is lesser than pivot, 5 is lesser than pivot, 3 is lesser than pivot, 10, and then the element equal to pivot, I mean that should appear in between the pivot. So this should appear in between the lesser and greater. So both then gonna occur here, and then 12 and 14. Oh, some of you might gonna think we can just sort this. So if we use sort function, this is gonna return 3, 5, 9, 10, 10 and 12 and 14. Okay. So but here you see it's explicitly mentioned that the relative order of the elements less than pivot and element greater than pivot is maintained. Okay, so what do you mean by relative order? Basically here 9 is before 5. Okay, so and here 5 is before 9, so the relative order of 9 and 5 gets changed here. So okay, so this can't happen. So what we have to do is we have to maintain the relative order. So basically what we can do is just iterate over the, I mean we are going to create create a vector called answer, and what we are going to do, we are going to iterate over the entire array, which are first on first iteration we are going to push the elements which are less than pivot. On second iteration we are going to push the element which is equal to pivot, and on third iteration we are going to push the element which is greater than pivot. So what I'm saying is, first initialize a vector of answer. What we are doing is for it in nums, if it is less than nums, I mean it is less than pivot, answer dot push back the pivot, I mean the it, we got the lesser number which is less than the pivot, the it, the item, and for it is strictly equal to pivot, it is greater than pivot, it, okay, and simply gonna return the answer. So if you see the time complexity here, we are iterating tries and loop and one by one. So this gonna become big O of time complexity gonna become big O of n plus n. That's overall big O of n. And space complexity here we are using is to return uh, and to return the answer. So that's also gonna become big O of n. So let's code this and see if it's working or not. Let's create the vector of int type called answer, and for int it on nums, what we are going to do is if it is less than pivot, we are going to push the answer dot push back the it, and simply just if it's greater than here and equal to here, okay, and simply return the answer. So after returning, okay, here it got returned, and now let's submit the code. So after submitting, here we got our perfect code. So we analyze the time complexity and space complexity. So that's it for today. I hope you like this video. So please make sure to subscribe to Tensor and feel free to ask any doubts if you have in comment section. I will try to reply every possible doubt. Till then, keep smiling and keep coding.